So hello students, in this lecture we'll see the registers and pointers. Okay, above of 8051. Now these registers which are used as pointers. Okay, there are some registers which are used as a pointers, like you can say program counter, DPTR. These are the registers which are used as a pointer, so they are pointing to some of the memories. Also you have some registers like R0, R1. They are also used as a pointer. Apart from that, we have some registers like A and B, which are called as math registers. Okay, there are some there is one register which is called as PSW, that is program status word. So in this lecture we'll see some registers and pointers. Okay, now please students don't get confused with 8051 registers. Okay, in those we are only discussing about the 32 registers. Okay, and there are some few SFRs and then the memory bank and all those things. Fine, and here we are discussing some another registers. Okay, so let's continue with this session, and let's see what are the registers available. Now we have very first register which is called as processor status word. Now I've already told you that in 8051, okay, registers can be accessed by their symbolic names, okay, by their symbolic names or by direct address. Okay, so symbolic name is PSW and address is D0H. Now out of this 8 registers, there are 5 flags and 4 maths flags. Okay, and one general purpose user flag. So we can say total how many, like there are 5 flags including 4 maths flag and 1 user defined flag. So total there are 5, that is 4 plus 1. Okay, now each flag, okay, each flag is 1 bit, and technically if I say one flag is 1 D flip-flop, which can either store 1 or 0. Okay, so that 1 bit is a status bit. Okay, and combining all these 8, it becomes PSW, that is of 8 bits. Now in this there are 2 registers, RS0 and RS1. They are not registers, actually you can say 2 bits, which is used to select the registers bank. Okay, and this maths flags जो भी ये जो 4 flags है, carry, auxiliary carry, then F0 and then overflow and then parity. ये जो flags है ना, ये mathematical operation का status store करते हैं. Mathematical, okay, mathematical as well as logical operation जो perform होते हैं ना, उनका status store करके रखते हैं. Okay, so user defined flag can be set or reset by the programmer. मतलब ये जो flag है, ये programmer के ऊपर है, जब उसको चाहिए वो set करेगा, जब उसको चाहिए वो reset करेगा. Okay, let's see. So some few flags, that is auxiliary carry, carry and F0. Now already about F0 I've told you it is user defined flag and it can be set or reset by the user. But then what carry and auxiliary carry used for? Let's say this is my data. Fine, and let's say I am adding to this. Once again I'll take the data. So it is 1010 1001, and let's say it is 1000 1000. Fine, now I'm adding this. So 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 0 is 0, 1 plus 1 is 0 with 1 carry. Now this will be 1 1 0. Now this 0 and there will be 1 here. So this one is called as carry flag. So if this is the operation addition is performed, then this will affect the carry flag, which is 1, and also auxiliary carry flag, which is 1. So auxiliary carry is generated from the bit position D3 to D4, and this is auxiliary carry which is generated, and from D7 carry is generated. So carry is generated, this is D7 bit, okay, and this is D3 bit. So D3 to D4 is auxiliary carry, and from D7 that is carry flag. So in this way the auxiliary carry and carry flags are affected. Now auxiliary carry and carry are generally affected when there is unsigned operations. Okay, whereas this overflow flag, overflow flag is used when it is signed operation. Signed operation. For signed operations we have overflow flag, and parity will give you number of ones and zeros in the data bit, maybe parity even or parity odd. So RS0 and RS1, I've already told you that they are used to select the registers bank. Okay, now see, when both the flags are 0, bank 0 is selected. When it is 0 1, registers bank 1 is selected. 1 0, registers bank 2 is selected, and 1 1, registers bank 3 is selected. Every bank has 8 registers in it. Okay, every bank has 8 registers. So banks can be used, or these registers can be used for storage of general purpose data, or intermediate data, or the intermediate results, or the data, anything like that. Fine. And then there is an overflow flag used in arithmetic instruction, and finally the parity bit, that is even or odd parity. Now let's say this is 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 1. Okay, and this is parity. So if it's my odd parity system, which says that including parity bit, the total ones should be odd. Okay, so in odd parity system, let's say it is 1 2 3 4 5, then this bit will be 0. Why? Because total number of ones are odd, already odd here. So if the one result is something like this, then this will become 1, so that total number of ones including parity will become odd, and exactly opposite for the even parity. So this was the program status word, which has 8 bits. Okay, out of those 8 bits, 5 are arithmetic flag. Okay, 2 are for registers bank selection. Okay, and 1 it is not used. So total these are 8 bits. Fine, let's go ahead and see about the further things. So now registers of 8051. Now these registers are used as pointers. Okay, some of these are used as pointers. Some of this may be used as control registers, and so on. So we have program counter, stack pointer, data pointer, and special function registers. Okay, so let's say about program counter. Now it is the only register which does not have any address. Okay, and it is of 16-bit. So it is a 16-bit register. Now purpose is it holds the address of next instruction to be executed. मतलब अगर मेरा ये program जो है, if my program starts with memory location, let's say 40. Okay, let's say it is starting from 40. Then program counter will have value 40. Fine. Now it is also called as instruction pointer. Okay, and it is not directly accessible to programmer. Programmer उसमें कोई भी modification नहीं कर सकता है. But जैसे ये instruction, अभी ये यहाँ पर ये 40 है, अब 40 पे कोई instruction होगा. जैसे ये instruction read हुआ, program counter खुद से increment हो जाता है and will point to the next. जब next instruction read हुआ, again वो increment हो जाएगा and it will point to next. पूरा प्रोग्राम एग्जीक्यूट होने तक ये प्रोसेस चलते रहता है. ओके, एंड इट डज नॉट हैव एनी इंटरनल एड्रेस. नेक्स्ट कम्स स्टैक पॉइंटर. फाइन, सो इट इज रजिस्टर ऑफ 8-bit एंड यूज्ड टू कीप द ट्रैक ऑफ स्टैक. स्टैक कब यूज होता है? जब इंटरप्ट सर्विस रूटीन ISR होता है या कोई सब प्रोग्राम एग्जीक्यूट होता है, वहां पर ये स्टैक यूज होता है इंटरमीडिएट एड्रेस और डेटा स्टोर करने के लिए. Fine. So now here, whenever the system is resetted, 8051 is resetted, stack pointer will have initial value 0.7. I'm sorry, 07. Means you can say stack is starting from memory location 7. Let's say this is location 7, so SP will be here. So that is the initial location of stack. Fine. Now two instructions used to modify stack pointer. One is called as push and other is called as pop. Push means generally writing on stack. Okay, pop means reading from stack. Okay, push and pop. Then अभी यहाँ पर ऑपरेशन कैसे होगा? पुश, जब कुछ भी डेटा पुश करना है तो पहले स्टैक पॉइंटर इंक्रीमेंट होगा, फिर डेटा पुश हो जाएगा. मतलब लेट्स से दिस इज माय स्टैक पॉइंटर SP. कौन से लोकेशन को पॉइंट करेगा? यस, 7. अब द मोमेंट आई से पुश 40, ओके, अभी क्या होगा? SP विल बी इंक्रीमेंटेड, मतलब SP विल बी इक्वल्स टू SP प्लस 1 और यहां पर 40 स्टोर हो जाएगा. ओके, तो पॉप के लिए क्या होगा? एग्जैक्टली उल्टा ऑपरेशन. अब ये मेरा यहां पर 07 था, 08 पे मैंने 40 स्टोर कर दिया, तो मेरा लेटेस्ट स्टैक पॉइंटर क्या होगा? ये होगा. एंड द मोमेंट आई से पॉप, ओके, अब पॉप जो लास्ट डेटा इनपुट गया वो आउटपुट आने वाला है. मतलब स्टैक जो है ना, स्टैक वर्क करता है लीफो के जैसे. जो लास्ट इनपुट है, ओके, लास्ट इनपुट इज फर्स्ट आउटपुट. हमारे घर में चपाती का जो डब्बा रहता है, अभी चपाती का डब्बा है, इसमें चपातियां एक के बाद एक के बाद एक के बाद एक के बाद रखी जाती है ऐसे, और जो लास्ट चपाती रखी वो पहले बाहर आएगी, फिर उसके बाद की सेकंड, उसके बाद की थर्ड, उसके बाद की फोर्थ. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी कॉल इट एज LIFO, लास्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट. ओके, सो व्हेन द डेटा इज पुश्ड क्या होगा? SP पहले इंक्रीमेंट होगा, फिर डेटा पुश करेगा स्टैक पे. एग्जैक्टली मैंने कहा कि उल्टा ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म होने वाला है जब पॉप इंस्ट्रक्शन एग्जीक्यूट होगा. सो ऑपरेशन अभी जो देखना है, अभी आप देखते हैं डायग्राम में, एक फिगर में, कि ऑपरेशन एग्जैक्टली कैसे हो रहा है. तो यहां पर आप देखिए, स्टोरिंग द डेटा ऑन द स्टैक, दैट इज इंक्रीमेंट एंड स्टोर. तो जैसे 0.7 पे आया, ये SP प्लस 1 हुआ, फिर ये SP प्लस 1 हुआ, फिर ये SP प्लस 1 हुआ. ओके, सो इट विल स्टोर द डेटा. और जब पॉप होगा, पॉप में क्या होने वाला है? यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? इंक्रीमेंट हो रहा है. पुश में, इन पुश SP इज इंक्रीमेंटेड. पॉप में क्या होगा? अभी SP इधर है, दिस विल बिकम SP माइनस 1, दिस विल अगेन बिकम SP माइनस 1 एंड दिस विल आल्सो बिकम SP माइनस 1. तो एक 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 ये हो जाएगा, दैट इज पॉप. तो ड्यूरिंग पॉप this you can say stack pointer is decremented, and during push stack pointer is incremented. So push will increment stack pointer and pop will decrement the stack pointer. Fine, चलो let's go ahead and see about data pointer. अब data pointer को यहाँ पर एड्रेस तो नील लिखा है. पहला क्वेश्चन तो यह था कि सर आपने कहा था कि प्रोग्राम काउंटर एक ऐसा रजिस्टर है, बट नहीं, यहां पर DPTR 16 बिट का है और उस 16 बिट के लिए कोई एड्रेस नहीं है. फाइन, बट कुछ और है इसमें. सो इट इज 16 बिट रजिस्टर. अब इसका पर्पस क्या है? वो डेटा मेमोरी का एड्रेस स्टोर करता है, वेदर इट में बी इंटरनल और एक्सटर्नल. सो इट पॉइंट्स टू इधर इंटरनल और एक्सटर्नल डेटा memory. That is the important point. Fine. Now, so it is the only register used to access 16-bit data memory. Okay, external. तो program counter code memory को access करेगा and data pointer data memory को access करेगा. Fine. So it's the only 16-bit register. So there are two 16-bit registers, program counter and data pointer. So now it is under control of programmer. Data pointer को program control कर सकता है, stack pointer को programmer control नहीं कर सकता है. And generally these are two, DPH that is data pointer high and DPH that is data pointer low. So ये दो registers है 8 बिट के. That's why इसको 16 बिट का कोई भी एड्रेस नहीं है. 8 बिट के एड्रेसेस क्या है? 83 and 82 hex. तो DPH is 83 hex, okay, and DPL is 82 hex. Okay, now let's see SFRs. So what are SFRs basically? So there are group of registers which are specially to configure, see here, configure, control and operate. So these registers are sometimes also called as control registers because they are controlling some sort of operation. So SFR is of 8 bit, okay. तो सारे के सारे SFR जो मेमोरी लोकेशन है 80 हेक्स से FF हेक्स के बीच में है. और नॉर्मली जो हमारा रैम है, ओके, दैट इज फ्रॉम 00 to 7F hex. This is memory and this is for SFR. Fine. So it is just about the scratchpad area. So you can see A SFR address क्या है E0, B SFR address क्या है F0. Okay, program counter there is no address. Data pointer 83 high or data pointer low 82. Then stack pointer 81. Program status was D0. Port 0, port 1, port 2, port 3, and there are other some SFRs. These are these two, these two, and these two. These are related to timer. These are related to serial communication. Pcon is related to power down mode, and these two are related to interrupt mode. Now you can see some are put with star. Can you tell me what this star means, or think what star means? Yes, very correct, very correct. These registers are bit as well as byte. What? Byte operable. Means they can be operated on bit as well as bytes. Fine. So now these were some few registers which were used to point something like, now we have seen about PSW. Fine. Then we have seen about program counter. Then we have seen about stack pointer. Then we have DPTR. So they are pointing to some of the memory locations. Fine. Now let's see these two registers, that is math registers. They are called as math registers basically because they are used for mathematical operations. Now accumulator is E0H. Okay, it is 8-bit register and generally used for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division as well as Boolean operations. So if I say add, okay, A comma R0, that means content of A plus content of R0 will be added and result will be stored in A. Okay, and what do you say? All these are also used to transfer the data between 8051 and external memory. So apart from this, accumulator is also used for data transfer. But from where? What do you say? Generally to microcontroller and external memory. Fine. And maximum results of logical and mathematical operations are stored in accumulator. मतलब destination भी accumulator ही generally होता है. Is that clear? Fine. अब आ जाते हैं बी रजिस्टर पर. तो ये जो बी रजिस्टर है उसको कोई सिंबॉलिक नाम नहीं है, हम बोलते हैं बी, बट जो 8051 का लिटरेचर है वो बोलता है कि इट इज ऑलवेज टू बी एक्सेस बाय डायरेक्ट एड्रेस F0. सो इट इज 8-bit रजिस्टर, अगेन यूज फॉर मल्टीप्लिकेशन एंड डिविजन. ये जो है रजिस्टर मल बी एंड डिव ए बी, ऐसे दो इंस्ट्रक्शंस में आपको दिखेंगे एंड यही दो इंस्ट्रक्शंस है जिसमें बी दिखाई देता है, बाकी कोई भी रजिस्टर इंस्ट्रक्शंस में बी दिखाई नहीं देगा. Okay, both A and B are called as maths registers. Why? Because they are generally used for arithmetic and logical operations. Fine. And generally destination is accumulator. Okay, और इसका एड्रेस क्या है? E0, sorry, हाँ, F0 hex. Accumulator is E0 and B is F0 hex. So I hope you might have understood what do you mean by the pointers and registers of 8051. Now as a part of pointer we have seen PSW, fine, we have seen SP, we have seen PC, we have seen DPTR, and as a part of registers we have seen A and B. Fine, these are registers of 8051 which can be used as a data register. Okay, they can be used as a data register, also they can be used as an address registers. So I hope till this point the things are clear. And if you have yet any difficulties, you can just go to the start of the video and you can see the lecture again. So till then, have a nice time. Thank you.